And then once you've got that all set, go ahead and just find a nice, comfortable position, laying on your back. Think final Shavasana at the very beginning of our workout. Take a little time to align the body. So head over shoulders, shoulder blades snuggled in to the floor. Arms resting at the side with the shoulders away from the ears. Hips feel centered over the ribs. And then the legs are just long and heavy on the floor. And then just take your awareness to your breathing in a way that just allows you to set the rest of the day aside while you take this time for yourself. Slowly inhaling, filling up from belly, pelvic floor, all the way up. And a nice, slow exhale. Continue with that. On this Valentine's Day, I'm sure all of us are a little bit focused on doing things for other people, as we often are. But think of this as your gift to yourself and my gift to you for always showing up for yourself. And always remember that if we don't take care of ourselves first, we can't do all of those things for others quite as well. So on your next inhale, bring your knees up and in, giving yourself a hug as you exhale. Eye on that next breath. Just kind of tracing a circle on the floor. And reversing the direction. So we're gonna bring our arms out to our side and lengthen your legs up towards the sky, and then lower them over to one side. So a little bit of a different take on our supine twist, with the legs straight out to the side the arms out in T with the palms up in a nice receiving position. Eyes up or looking opposite of the legs. And it goes without saying, if this position is not really perfectly comfortable for you, go ahead and just adjust into something that is. Maybe the knees need to be a little bit more bent, staggered, or stacked. We're going to stay here for a little bit longer. Well, longer than we were in the Shavasana. And so this is a great time to set an intention for yourself. Maybe for the rest of your day or week. A reminder that it's always good to take some time for yourself, even when it's not on a holiday. Again, if you're feeling a little edgy in this position, that's really not the focus for this sort of relaxation yoga. So do adjust your position if you need. So let's start to come back to center. So you can bend your legs here and bring them in as you roll back to center. And then to get away, let's lengthen the legs back up and then down to the other side. Again, finding whatever position is most suitable for your body, but with the palms up. Again, in that good receiving position, allowing yourself to just capture all the good vibes that you're putting out there during this practice for yourself. Go ahead now, start to move back to the center, coming back into that knees to chest position. And then from there, you're going to start to rock a little bit forward and back, making your way up to seated. So we can then turn over onto all fours. Bring one hand behind you to press through and turn over. Anchor the fingers wide and firm on your mat with your knees under your hips. And then just move through a little bit of cat and cow. Trying to flow breath to movement of the spine. Filling up all that good, healthy oxygen and releasing anything stale that might be trying to linger in there. Let's do one more cycle. And then from there, you're going to make your way down onto your stomach. We're going to do a half frog here or Spider-Man position. You can turn your head to the side, and then that side that you're turning to, you're going to pull your knee up to wherever is comfortable. You might be able to come level with the hip or maybe a little bit below that. And you can turn your head to the side, or you can just keep your eyes with your forehead stacked on your hands, whatever feels good. Everything else is kind of just falling heavy into the floor. And just adjust as necessary if needed. All right, so we're going to go ahead and straighten that leg out. And then we're going to go on over to the other side of the body. Pull that knee out and a little bit up to your desired position. And then just find a nice relaxing position here for another couple minutes. Maybe observing how it feels a little bit different on this side compared to the other side. You're going to go ahead and straighten that leg out. And then you're going to press yourself up and back, coming into a kneeling position. This will definitely be our peak pose for today. So you're going to come up tall kneeling. We're going to do a camel stretch here, which is a great heart opener, which when on Valentine's Day, let's open the heart, right? So you're going to go ahead, bring your hands to your low back, like you're putting them in your back pockets. From there, you're going to get tall and try to pull the elbows back a little bit, lifting and opening at the front body, taking your eyes and your head up. And you can hold there, expand a little bit more. Maybe you can take hand to heel. I'm not really feeling that today. And other hand to heel, or just hold here. Not for 2 minutes. So let's go ahead, tuck the chin first, and then come out of it from there. Sit your hips back and down, reaching your hands towards your heels for a counter rabbit stretch. Let's go ahead and round the body forward. The crown of the head is coming towards the floor. The nose is coming towards the knees. And maybe this is where you're at. If you've got a little more space, holding onto your heels, you can lift your hips up. Again, not a great one if you have a lot of heartburn issues. And then slowly lower and rise back up. Good. From there, you're going to come hands to the floor, up into a high plank, and bring one leg forward and across for pigeon. You're going to take that other leg straight back. You might find it helpful to have a block here to put under the hip that you're stretching if it feels a little too spicy. And then you can make your way down to your forearms, trying to feel a nice square position in your hips. If it all feels a little bit too much, you can always turn onto your back for a figure 4. Good. This one is an extended hold. So let's go ahead, start to rise up onto your hands. Curl the back toes under so you can lift and release the front leg. Make a little body saw here, and then bring the other leg forward. Taking your time, trying to feel your hips square, feeling a nice lengthen on the front of the hip on that long leg while feeling that big. Rise up here. You're going to remove the yoga block if you're using it. And then for this one, you can just kind of roll off to the side. So you can swing that leg around. And so now we're going to come into a waterfall position first. So you're going to use one of your yoga blocks for this. Come down your back. You're going to lift your hips. Place the block underneath you, kind of at whatever height works for you. I'm going with the lowest setting. It's a little more broad that way. You want it to support the sacrum and up towards that low back. You'll find what feels best there. And then from there, you're going to bring your legs right up in the air. Squeeze them together, and you can point or flex. We're going to spend some time here, not quite as long as we will when we come into fish after this. We'll just kind of observe that movement of energy from the feet upwards. Notice the flow of your breath at this time. Hopefully it's feeling long and maybe more fluid than when you started. We're going to slowly lower the feet down and the legs down. You're going to lift up to remove the block. And then we're going to come into fish pose. So you need to come up to seated for that. And this is where you'll want your 2 blocks, or at least something else to support your head if you don't have 2 blocks. You want to place that yoga block the long way at your shoulder blades, not really below your shoulder blades. And then take your block or your pillow and place it behind your head. And another big heart opening position. You're going to bring your arms out to your side again with palms up, receiving position. You can keep your legs straight out, kind of squeezing them together or separate. Or if you would like to work on some hip opening, you can always bring them into that butterfly position. Bottom of the feet together, knees open. This one is a great one to use even more intentional breath to be able to relax through the back a little bit more and through the chest to try and relax the ribs down. You find your mind wandering, or if you're hearing a lot of noise in your space, just try to bring your awareness back to your breathing. Gently start to come out of this position, releasing the legs, walking the legs up and in, and just kind of rolling off to the side gently to remove the blocks. And then we want to come into Shavasana again. So if you do have a pillow for your head, I would recommend using it. If you have a little something extra to put behind your knees for even more support, use that. You need an extra layer of clothing or a blanket, grab that. Do a little yoga Nidra today. There's no work to do, just some relaxation or a body scan for this patient. Take a nice deep breath in and then a slow breath One more time. Deep breath in. On this deep breath out, just adjust your position if you need to any further to get very comfortable. You want to feel relaxation in the body. You want to develop the feeling of relaxation without needing to put a lot of effort into it. We want to do our best to remain awake during this practice. Feel your other senses wake up while you quiet down. Your hearing awareness in all senses can start to heighten now. And again, if thoughts come to you, do your best to not get involved. Simply follow my voice with total attention and feeling that will refocus you. Feel your whole body relax. Develop an awareness from the top of the head to the tips of your toes. Silently hear yourself repeating the word Om for subconscious settling. Continue your awareness of your entire body. Our practice begins now. I want you to make your resolve, your sankalpa, or your commitment going into this to be simple. If something comes to you naturally, it can be a short, positive statement in simple language. Perhaps you're just restating your intention from the other part of class. State it 3 times with awareness, feeling, and emphasis. From here, I want you to begin to bring awareness from body part to body part as you follow my voice. Repeat that part of the body in your mind and become aware of it. Your energy goes where your attention flows. Let's bring attention to our breath first, noticing the cool air coming through both nostrils and the warm air going out as you open your mouth to exhale. Notice the natural rhythm of the rising and falling sensation. When thoughts come up, redirect back to the sensation or focus on the movement of breath. Crown of your head. And just bring your awareness from part to part and repeat that part of your body in your mind, becoming aware of it. Third eye to the center of the throat. Center of the throat to the tips of your shoulders. Shoulders to elbows. Elbows to wrists. Wrists to fingertips. And fingertips to wrists. wrists to elbows, elbows to shoulders, shoulders to the center of your throat, center of your throat to the center of your chest. Center of your chest to your belly. Belly to hips. Hips to knees. Knees to your ankles. And ankles to the tips of your toes. Tips of your toes to your ankles. And ankles to knees. Knees to hips. And to your belly. Belly to the center of your chest. Center of your chest towards the center of your throat. Center of your throat to your third eye, the spot between your eyes. And that third eye to the very top, the very crown of your head. Like a photocopier scanning a piece of paper, lightly scan down from the top of your head to your toes, releasing any leftover tension or any grip. Bring your attention back to deepening your breath. The Yoga Nidra has ended. You'll continue to stay here in Shavasana. And I'll share the reading for today from Journey to the Heart. Fill your world with color and beauty. Fill your life and your world with the colors, textures, scents, and objects that are beautiful to you, that have meaning to you. Remember that we are connected to our environment. The objects and the colors in our world have energy and meaning. They have an impact on us. The more we see how connected we are, the more carefully and thoughtfully we may want to choose the items we place in our home or our space at work. If we have a special area, because these objects and colors can reflect how we feel about ourselves and what is important to us. I didn't read that quite right, but you get what I'm saying, I'm sure. Objects have energy. They have energy already in them when we obtain them, and they have energy and meaning that we attribute to them. Choose carefully the possessions you want around you, for they tell a story all day long. Fill your world, your life, with objects that are beautiful and have special meaning to you. What articles and hues have you surrounded yourself with at home and at work? Is there a special article you want close to you on your desk, in your locker, or in your pocket? What story do these things tell about you? About what you're going through? About your place in your journey? Choose objects and colors that make your heart smile. Begin to draw your mind outside. Become aware of your breathing and aware of your natural breath. Bringing awareness of the whole body. And again, awareness of breathing. Your body is lying totally relaxed on the floor. You are breathing quietly and slowly. Develop awareness of your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And mentally, in your mind, say, "Oh." Repeat, "Oh." Mentally own to yourself 2 more times. Become aware of your mat and the floor underneath you. Become aware of the position of your body lying on your mat. Visualize the room around you and become aware of the surroundings. Start bringing gentle movement to your body and stretching yourself. Toes, fingers, wrists, ankles, hands, feet. Take your time. When you feel wide awake, you can sit up slowly. Give yourself a little bit of a hug before you come up, bringing your hands across your chest, or once you're up at seated, you can do that. Once you're up, let's bring a little bit more energy back to our body, to our day. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come down to the heart center. Recognize yourself, acknowledge yourself for making it here today. Hopefully your day has been or will be even sweeter than I think this practice was. Let's go ahead and bring our thumbs up to our third eye, and we'll all acknowledge each other in this time we spent together on Valentine's Day with Namaste. Lovely. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was kind of a twofer. You got some restorative, you got a little movement, and then you got the yoga Nidra. So yay. Thank you for being here.